Hey, I want to talk to you guys about companies that tell you they can handle your IRS debt if, if you just pay them. For example, there used to be one called J.K. Harris, which I had a big tax debt, $63,000, and I paid them $3,000 because I thought, I was going to get an offer in compromise. I thought they were going to handle my debt and everything was going to be written off for like $3,000. And it turned out to be a big lie, and they ended up getting sued. But I was out my money, and none of that money went towards my debt, and my debt was still there, collecting interest the whole time. So, these companies that promise to get you an OIC, offering compromise, that promise to handle your debt for like one easy payment, so on and so forth. It's bullshit. It's a total scam. It's absolutely designed to rip you off. And the IRS does go after those companies, and they do end up getting sued. But before they get stopped, they start this whole, rumor or campaign that grows like a cancer across the country or among people, like some kind of a street story that, yeah, you can get it handled. You can get an offer in compromise whenever you want. You can actually find somebody that will handle the IRS for you, even if you got $100,000 bill for like $1,000 or $2,000. It's not true. You do have rights as a taxpayer, as a U.S. citizen that owes taxes, and you can delay, you can reduce the payment, you can. There are ways to handle the debt, and the IRS can only collect for 10 years. But the 10 years is tricky. So it's 10 years after it was assessed. So if you, for example, if you owe from 2018, you incurred the debt in 2018, but you didn't do the taxes until 2019, and then in 2019 sometime is when the tax was assessed. So that starts the 10-year clock. And some things that slow down the 10-year clock is doing an offer in compromise, sending in the paperwork, or sending in an installment agreement, request, and that kind of thing. So here's the best strategy, okay? If you can't pay all the debt, then create a request and an installment agreement. And even if you don't get it right away, start making payments that you can afford. Let's say the IRS, let's say you owe $100,000. The IRS is going to want to collect that money within 72 payments, which is 6 years. Even though they only got 10 years, even though they have 10 years to collect, they're going to want you to pay it in 6 years. Start making the payments that you can afford. And then if you can't make the payment they want you to make, you can file another form that gets that number down as far as what the monthly payment is. And there's rules for that, and there's a protocol for that. But it's a real way of handling the debt, and it's dealing directly with the IRS. The money that you send them goes towards your debt. It isn't given to some guy as a commission for rooking you into getting on their dumbass program, which is a total ripoff. It all goes towards the debt. So that's what you want. You want a real solution where you deal directly with the IRS. And yeah, I do charge to file the forms, okay, but it's nothing like collecting $3,000 to tell you, yeah, your $100,000 debt's going to be handled, and then never having anything go towards the $100,000 debt and then disappearing after you've paid them, and you don't want to, get sold any more services from them. And now all of a sudden you can't get a hold of them, and all your money's gone, and your debt's still sitting there, and the IRS is still sending you letters, because that's what'll happen. It will happen. So, let me know if you got a debt, and I'll help you with it, and we'll come up with a real strategy to handle it. And it won't be bullshit. It'll be a real strategy, and I can show you how it's going to work. My number is 503-705-1521. Also, maxinman at gmail.com. And make sure it's Max Inman, Maxinman. Some guy named Max Imma or Inma is getting these emails. So it's Max, M-A-X, Inman, I-N-M-A-N at gmail.com. And hey, like and subscribe my channel. Let's see how many people we can get on this thing.